Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. How is everyone doing? It's a lovely Sunday. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I forgot to tag some people in here, but it is all right. Happy Sunday. Hello, how are you doing? Nate, how are you doing, Mike? Beautiful weather. How are you doing, brother? How are you doing, Brittany? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I am grateful for this sun and for this breeze that we have. Happy Sunday. Please do like, tag, and share. Please do so. It is a great reviving day, and not because it's Sunday, but just because we are above ground. So that means, that indicates that we still have purpose. We still have something in us. So I hope you have not lost your drive, whatever is in you. I hope that you have not lost your drive and that you are engaging with people. Hello, Kay. How are you doing? How are you? Hello, Marquel. How are you doing? 72 there. All right. And sunny. It's not 72 here, Mike, but we got some pretty good weather. So I cannot complain. So, Kay, love you, love you. Tony, sis, I love you, sis. Please like, share, and tag. I am grateful. First of all, as I always say, I'm grateful for our redefining team. I'm grateful for the work that we've been assigned. I'm grateful that we just keep growing and we keep moving in leaps and bounds. And that's why I put on here, the title is Reviving Ourselves and Reviving Our Families, because we met on Friday night. We had a meeting on Friday night, and this weekend I have just been working on my personal work and then also on our group work, just what we have been assigned. Hello, William. How are you? Thank you for joining. Please do like, share, and tag. And so this weekend I've been working on my work for work, and then also our teamwork. And I've been thinking about how grateful I am just for the assignment that God has given us, for individuals that's been assigned to us, and also family, because as you all know, family, that is my niche. That is my thing. Me being a single father with my 19-year-old daughter, and then also co-parenting. Hello, Cherie. Thank you for joining. And then also co-parenting with my 10-year-old, with my ex-wife. And so we have an excellent relationship. And so I'm on both sides of the spectrum scale when it comes to the family unit. And so it's not just single mothers that's out there. It's also single fathers, awesome single fathers that are out there. And so just like you have deadbeat dads, you also have deadbeat moms. But we cannot dwell on that. Hello, Tony. Thank you for joining, sir. But we can't keep dwelling on what the other parent might not be doing. We have to begin to revive our family units again. Hello, Jason. Thank you for joining, sir. Thank you, Jason, for your love and support. We have to begin to revive our family units again. We have enough dysfunction in our family units, and a lot in our minority family units, and a lot of family units don't desire to get help. And it's unfortunate because it just allows our youth to operate in their dysfunction, and their dysfunction begins to stink in the home. And then when they begin to function outside of the home, it begins to stink outside of the home, and it begins to stink in who they engage with. And the parents just begin to say, he acts like his mama, or she acts like he acts like his daddy, and she acts like her mom. But we need to begin to be a piece of the puzzle. We know that there are dysfunctional families out there. Hello, Arte. How are you doing? Thank you for joining, sir. Good to see you on here, and it was good to see you today. So we need to begin to revive our families again. We need to begin to say, you know what, enough is enough. Hello, Deborah. Thank you for joining. We need to begin to say, you know what, enough is enough. How long do we operate and we begin to live our lives and we're not reviving A, ourselves, and B, our family units? Because reality is that we can shout, and whatever we believe, whether we believe in God, whether we believe in a higher being, whether we believe in the universe, reality reality is that we have authority over our lives. We have ownership over our lives. And so if we fail, it is at our cost. Hello, Stefan. I hope I said that correctly. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Arte. Thank you. Made me smile. Reality is that we have ownership over our lives. That's why I'm grateful for the team that God has allowed me to connect with, because it's a team of tenacity. We all desire to be great, and we know that we're going somewhere. We all have discipline within our homes. We have discipline within ourselves. And so when we bring ourselves to the table, we know that we're bringing greatness to the table. And so what one strength may be, for example, what Tony's strength may be my weakness. However, because she operates with the spirit of excellence, it's just going to empower me in even greater. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she's not bringing dysfunction to the table. I'm not bringing dysfunction to the table. So not saying that we do not have issues, because as individuals, we all have something. And I tell people that all the time, is that your something may not be my something, and my something may not be your something. But reality is that we all have something. But what are we doing to rectify our something? What are we doing to heal our something? Because a lot of people are operating broken, and because they have become so familiar with their brokenness, they feel like that it's just going to be a part of their life. But reality is that you cannot walk in wealth, you cannot walk in greatness, you cannot have awesome relationships if you believe that you're going to just walk in brokenness for the rest of your life, and that healing cannot be assigned to your life. Hello, Christina. Thank you for joining. And so in order for us to revive ourselves as individuals and revive our family units, it requires us to look within ourselves and to say, what do I need to do in order to be a problem solver? I can't be a trailblazer if I refuse to look within myself. So it requires some digging. And in that digging, there's going to be some ugly things that I'm going to see within myself. And so when I see those things, am I willing to take ownership of those things so that I can begin to walk in my greater? Hello, Mom Angela. Thank you for joining. I love you. So am I going to take ownership of those things so that I can walk in my greater? Because it doesn't do me any good to tell everybody that I'm great, but you don't know that I'm great. For example, it doesn't do Arte any good to be a great hairstylist, and no one knows he's a great hairstylist. If he's the only one that knows that he's great, how great can he be? How wealthy can he be? How impactful can he be? Hello, Portia. Thank you for joining. And so if I'm going to be great, I have to begin to allow the world to know that I'm great. But first, I have to begin to dig within myself. Is there anything that's going to get in my way, that's going to hinder my greatness, that's going to hinder my movement? God, is there anything in me that's going to stop me? Is there anything in me that's going to halt the plan that you have assigned to my life? Hello, Carol. I love you. Thank you for joining. And so, God, I search myself. Hello, Derek. Thank you for joining, sir. So, God, I search myself. And not only do I search myself, I search my home, my family unit. Because if our family is not in control, I cannot be great out in public. How do I be great in public and I have no order in my home? Now, I know some people might say, well, my kids is my kids. They're going to be who they are. We have authority over our children. My daughter is 19. She's in college. She is under my roof. Hello, Kevin. Thank you for joining. She's under my roof. If that heifer dare come in this house and break any of my rules, I don't care if she is 29, and I do believe in corporal punishment. There is going to be a blackout moment that is going to come over my spirit, and it's not going to be a praying moment, because there was just order in my home. Hello, Tabby. Thank you for joining. There was just order that is set. And there is order that is set in my home, because I cannot have chaos in my home and that chaotic spirit begin to overtake me, and I cannot begin to think properly. Because when that chaotic spirit begins to let loose, it begins to overtake our mind. And so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If my mind is not right, if I cannot think soberly, then I'm not going to make effective decisions for my personal life, for my business, for my organization. And so I have to make sure that not only I'm in order, but that home is in order, so that as I'm saying I'm going to walk in wealth, I'm able to make sober decisions. I can't be in church shouting, talk about God do it, God release the rain, God send it down, but there's chaos in my family unit, and there's chaos in my mind, and I know I got about 6 different personalities talking to me, and I'm talking about send the rain. No, God is not sending anything, because there is order that needs to be established before the rain can come. I know we don't like to hear that, because we just want the good part. We just want the good part where we say, oh, God is going to do it. God is going to release it. God is going to send this thing. Oh, God, I'm ready for you to do it. And God is saying, no, I need you to get some things in order. And until we get those things in order, God cannot do anything. And so I get amazed when I see or hear extra religious people begin to talk and say, oh, I'm just waiting on the Lord. You're not waiting on the Lord, because God is waiting to establish you when you could acknowledge that there's some things within you that needs to be released first. Do you understand? Does everybody understand that? And so ownership is very important. Ownership is important because ownership tells God that, you know what? I can accept who I am. I can accept my flaws. And so if I mess up, it's not going to take me 6 months to rectify it and to get it right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hello, Kevin. Thank you for joining. And so in order for us to be revived, and we need to be revived, because when I tell you that we are in a season of absolute release. We are in a season, hello Kevin, thank you for joining. We are in a season of absolute release, of ridiculous favor. I mean, just ridiculous favor. Hello, Elise, thank you for joining, boo. We are in a season of just ridiculous favor, where things are just going to flow, but we have to make sure that order is established within ourselves as individuals, in our homes as a family unit. We have to make sure that things are established, that things are right. Is my home right? Am I right? As an individual, we have to make sure that these things are done, because I cannot expect a release to take place and for favor to come upon me, and my spirit and my home is in chaos. Do you understand? And, and I tell people, I had someone ask me on Friday, one of my clients, like, how do you trust even a co-parent? When you're building relationships with the co-parent, if you had an ex and, you two may have not had trust previously, you may have had issues in the past. And so now you're beginning to build that relationship, because you are a family unit. You have a child, so you are a family unit. So how do you build that? A, I keep the main thing, which is the child or children. B, I remember that we're all human. We made mistakes. I haven't always been the victim. I've been the villain in some situations. C, I understand that integrity is important. And D, I understand that I have wisdom, that what I need to see, I'm going to see. I'm no idiot. I'm going to see what I need to see. I'm also understanding that my child will be healthy when they see that the unit is healthy. Do you understand? If the unit is healthy, my child will be healthy. Brielle, my 10-year-old, she has 2 homes. She has her mother's home. She has my home. When I say she has no issues, honor roll student, she has no issues. And it's been this way since she's been young. No issues. Why? Because the unit is healthy. If the unit is strong, if the coaches are communicating, the entire team is going to be strong, because the game plan is strong. Do you understand? And so sometimes we just have to learn not to be petty Betty, and lay down petty Betty, and learn that, you know what? If I'm petty Betty in this area, it's going to affect me in other areas. So I just need to learn to operate in integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is doing the right thing even when I don't have an audience. It's just me. It's just a part of my character. I don't need an audience to do the right thing. It's just attached to me. Do you understand? Because favor is flowing on me. So I can operate with integrity because favor is flowing on me, because God is looking down on me and saying, you just do the right thing just because. And I don't need people in the bleachers to see that. Do you understand? Thank you, Jason, for joining. So I just want to say we have some great webinars and teachings that we're going to be doing in Columbus, Ohio, in Atlanta, Georgia, in North Carolina. We're going to be doing some teachings for the family units, for the men, because we know that men has not always been glorified in the family units. And so there's a crisis that has taken place amongst our minorities. And so we need to rebuild and restructure that. And so I'm grateful to say that we are moving. Mike, you said Arizona. Look, we can team up. We can definitely do that, because the team and I, we're certainly doing it. We're partnershiping with another doctor in Atlanta, Georgia. And so we are moving. Hello, Aaron. Thank you for joining, my friend. And so we're moving because there's a crisis. And what you need to understand is that whatever you've been called to do, you can do it. Get you together, revive your family unit, sit down, deal with the hard stuff so that you can move in your favor. Do you understand? Deal with the hard stuff so that you can move in your favor. Even if someone never says sorry, God, I forgive them, because I cannot allow my favor to be held up. Because it does me no good to quote a scripture and to say a prayer and declare what I'm going to move in, and my heart is heavy. My spirit is not right. That makes me a hypocrite. I need God. If I'm going to say it, I need to possess it. Do you understand that? If I'm going to say it, I need to possess it. So if I'm going to say I'm free, I need to be free. Do you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes that's the hard part. How do I let it go? How do I let it go? And I told someone, hello, Tammy. That's my sister. Hello, Tammy. I love you. I told someone, minorities, we're the hardest people to get into counseling. But counseling, I told someone, I got a new client last week, and I told him, brother, it's just a partnership. I'm partnering with you to get you through the process. We're partnering to get you through the process, because too much greatness is in you for you to say, I'm not ready. The devil is a liar. So don't see counseling as you are just so broken you can't do it on your own. No. You have partnership. I'm your accountability partner. And I'm just going through the process with you. And so don't see it as you're beneath me, but see it as you're with me. Do you understand? And so if you need, wherever you're at, if you need counseling, you need to do that to get through the process. Hello, Taquel. Thank you for joining. To get through the process is so important. Even when I counsel single people that act like they just have no life and they're just so broken, I'm like, what are you talking about? What? I am single with children, and I do not have a boring day, even without my children. What? We need to talk. Something is wrong. You have to have someone to be happy. There's an inner issue that we need to deal with. There's an inner issue that we need to tackle. So I want you to revive yourself. Through this week, as you're meditating or praying, and if you don't meditate, I advise you to. If you don't have an affirmation that you declare over your life and your family daily, I advise you to. Think about what you need to dig up so that you can walk under favor. Favor that possesses longevity. Think of what you need to dig up so that you can walk in it. All right? I love you all. Have a great redefining Sunday, because you're going to be revived and your family unit is going to be revived. Look out for the webinars that are coming. Hello, love. Thank you for joining. Look out for the webinars that are coming. And again, the cities I named that we're coming to for the men, for the family units. It's time for us to function, and it's time for us to destroy and to help decrease the number of dysfunctional families, because we can do it as a unit. We can do it. All right. I love you. Have a great redefining Sunday. I'll talk to you soon.